All right, guys, welcome to the video. Today we are going to be doing a preparation for this week. It's gonna be a short video. We're just going to be going over a couple different tickers and some technical analysis to prepare ourselves for this week. I'm pretty much going to be going over some tickers that I see currently have a setup right now, and later on in the week I'll possibly make a new video on the rest of the watch list right here on the left side of the screen. But right now, we'll go over what we have for now. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. First thing is Tesla. I did post on my Discord, so I'm going to be going in order from what I have posted on my Discord or Facebook or Twitter or whatever. But let's start off with Tesla. Tesla did have a very choppy past couple of weeks, and this has been a great time to be selling options, both calls and puts. At the same time, this is setting up for something, and that is obviously going to be for this upcoming Wednesday, I believe it is, whatever the first is, which is going to be the Tesla investor event. And that is going to be including a lot of big stuff for their future energy. And I believe that's pretty much what it is. Master Plan 3 or something like that. It's pretty much about their energy. And who knows? It's also going to be about the refreshed Model 3 and something else. I can't remember on top of my head, but it's going to be a big and anticipated event. I do also believe that this event is after hours in the market, so pretty risky to swing overnight, and who knows what the reaction could be. He may reveal something unexpected and make the stock go up higher, or it may be disappointment. He revealed everything that everybody knows already, and the stock drops. But right now, we're not gonna, guarantee what could happen based off the event, but we're just going to be focusing on levels right now, and we're just going to be talking about what we should keep in mind for Tesla for this week. So number one, we do have a possible bull flag. This will all be technical analysis. We're just going to avoid the event. We're going to act like it's not happening. We're just going to be focusing on charts. So number one, possible bull flag right here. It has a nice uptrend, and it's a nice uptrend and some consolidation, and possibly a bull flag right here ever since that pullback. And number two, we've been holding this demand zone right here, specifically around this area right here, 180 to 185 ish area, 180 187 ish. This was also previously resistance, currently acting as support, so this will be demand zone for now. And then we also do have a small supply zone right here where we have been rejecting for the past couple of times right here. Number three, consolidation and getting tight before the next big move, which will be on the Investor Day event. It will be after the first, so pretty much on Thursday we will see a bigger move. But I do also see that we will see some type of bigger move towards the event starting tomorrow on Monday, and then Tuesday. And most likely on Wednesday, it will be choppy just because of the high anticipation. So nobody knows, everybody's nervous about this event. There could be bad reaction after hours. So back and forth action will happen on Tesla. But in my opinion, just my opinion, I do think that we will have a nice run up towards 209 to 210, maybe retest this area right here, 214. Before the event starts, and who knows where we go from that event after the event. But some levels to keep in mind right here. 180 to 187 will be a good demand zone, which is support levels. I would recommend buying calls there if we see a strong reversal. Number one, a strong reversal, or number two, bullish divergence. For calls, if you want to play the demand zone bounce, or wait until we break and then puts under 180, that will start pushing lower. In my opinion, I don't think we should play any puts because there is just too much anticipation with the demand zone, the 182 support, the event. It could be a big event. It could be something unexpected being unveiled on the event. Number 3 is the SMA 100 right there at 180. So playing puts is pretty risky right now. I would say in playing calls, you do have a higher probability of making money on those right now. Yeah, so keep in mind, anything can happen after the event, but we will be using these levels to get safe, play it safer, and see if we play calls above 210 or puts below 180. Yeah, so Tesla, we'll see what happens. Hopefully it's a good event. Hopefully it has some good piece of news that is unexpected, makes the stock move up higher towards 220 SMA 200, and then possibly towards above around 230, which is where the supply zone is, the big supply zone. We'll see. QQQ is next. We're going to be going over this one. This will be pretty much the SPY S&P, but for tech, FANG pretty much. So Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, and Google, and Microsoft as well, and Tesla, sorry. So QQQ, Tesla SMA 200 right here in the daily chart. With the doji candle. So this right here, Friday candle, is a doji right now, and usually when you see something like this, a doji right on top of the SMA 200 as support and demand zone, it's pretty easy to tell what can happen next. Most likely will be reversal upside higher, just because of how we have a doji right on the SMA 200, a very strong long-term support. We also have demand zone right at 290, and then we also had this trend line right here. This trend line support is touched, and we also have a strong demand zone in this area. So there's a multi-factor support right here on QQQ, currently at 290. Once again, the market has been really tough lately, just ignoring technical analysis and do whatever it wants. That's fine, but what we're seeing right now is possible reversal ahead at 290, and we will likely start moving back higher towards 297, possibly around 300, and come back down. The reason why I say we come back down is because we do have a multi-SMA crossover possibly happen, which will be either a golden crossing or a death crossing in the next couple of weeks. Right now, we do have the SMA 50, which is the purple line, the SMA 100, which is the pink line, and we also have the SMA 200, which we are currently on. So it's going to be either golden crossing for the SMA 50 to 200, or it's going to be dead crossing with the SMA 50 coming up and then coming down in the next couple of weeks. So like I said earlier, on Tesla, while it's choppy like this is what QQQ could be happening in the next couple of, this is what QQQ could be doing for the next couple of weeks, because of the anticipation behind the SMA 200, the 50, and 100. And as we get closer and closer, the market will be, getting ready to make a bigger move ahead, and will likely start a new trend for the next few weeks, or maybe even up to a couple months. So I would say for the next couple of weeks, your best option is to be selling options while we wait for the market to make its bigger move ahead next couple of weeks. Just like what I said earlier on Tesla, best time right now is to be selling options while the market is anticipating bigger moves ahead. Yeah, so we'll see how Monday goes first. If we do close green on Monday, that will be confirming the reversal higher, and we can move back towards 297 and then 300 and 303. If not, we do break the SMA 200, we close below. I would say it's pretty dangerous to be playing puts just because of how much SMA support that we have on the trend. We do have the SMA 50 right here, and then we also have the SMA 100 right here. So it'd be pretty hard to be playing. It would be pretty hard to play puts and catch your downside levels right here. And we could easily see the SMAs right here just bounce off pretty quickly. And same thing with the SMA 100, bounce off pretty quickly each time we touch it. It would be really hard to time that as well. So I don't know. It's up to you guys, but in my opinion, I would wait for the SMA 200 and see if we do a reversal upside. If not, go downside. We can scalp it. I'd rather do scalp or trade other than swinging right now, especially with how close the SMAs are right now. So QQQ breaks below 290. I would trade it. Keep your daily charts on while you're trading, just so that you know where the SMA 50 is and also the SMA 100, which is going to be at 285 and 281.60. Yeah, so calls, if we do see a nice bounce on QQQ tomorrow morning. Let's go to the next one on AMD. AMD does have a little bit of a different setup right now. It's been pretty choppy, up and down action. Broadening wedge right here, or also called a megaphone pattern. It doesn't really matter, it's the same thing. This one does also have a doji candle right under SMA 200, but we also are building this pattern, so I'm not really gonna play this based off the pattern, but it's something to keep an eye on. Right now, where I'm pretty much focused on is, do we reverse higher above the SMA 200 and come back higher towards 81.80 and then 83.35? If we do that, that's when we will play calls above 78.85. If not, we come lower, and that is when we will fill the gap at 75.20. I really don't have much planned with this one, but yeah, we'll see how it goes, because this one has to be really choppy. I'm not playing by its pattern. It's just something to keep in mind. I would do calls above SMA 200, and then we will see the upside targets right here towards the top of the wedge, and also around 83.35 and then 81.70. If not, we fill the gap to 75.20 and possibly touch the SMA 50 before we start bouncing, which is going to be around 73. Very simple. We'll see how it goes next couple of weeks with this one. This one hasn't really been traded by me lately. I've been avoiding this one. Let's go ahead and go on the video real quick. This one has a better setup right now. Very nice gap up on earnings. Very strong volume. Like I said on the calls for the past week, what I would do with the video right now is avoid swinging this one. Why? Because 239, 239, and 231 are big levels for NVIDIA. Between these levels will be choppy, and if I want to be swinging this one or play safely with this one, I would rather play outside of these levels at 239 for continuation higher, or below 231 for a move starting to fill the gap all the way back down towards 207. It's not going to happen in one day. It could take multiple weeks just to get that gap fill done all the way down to 207. But right now, I would say it's also a good time to be selling options on this one while we wait for a break outside of either level of 231 or 239. And earlier this week, or last Friday, I did make a sold position, or I sold an option on NVIDIA for, I believe it was 227 put, while this was chopping up premium, and I did end up closing with 80% 80 or 85% profits on this one in just 1 hour, because of the action trying to break below that 231 support. So it was just up and down action, and as long as that price closes above 227.50, I would be fine. And it was also out of the money, so that was good for NVIDIA, because, or good for me, because we had very strong support right there at 231, and it was also a Friday, so we only had 1 day for NVIDIA to pull back all the way down here below 231 and then try to close under 227.50. But nope, it held that 231, collected that 84%. I'm out of all of it. So good one with NVIDIA. What I suggested with this one is sell options on it while it's between its 239 range and 231. Make sure you sell out of the money to be safer. And also, if you want to play calls, you can also play the calls bounce off 231 or above 239. If you want to play puts, I would wait until 231 breaks. This is not the best setup I have right now on the market, on the watch list, just because of how high we are, how strong of a gap up this was. But 231, 239. There's no pattern. It's just a basic supply and demand zone. Nothing much, just nothing much to support my reasoning to be playing this right now. We also just had earnings, so I would still let the dust settle and wait until we play this one. So I'll post an update on this one later on the week if we ever even break 231 or 239. Next up is Facebook. This will be the last one for the night. I don't really have much for now, but I tried my best to look across. Let's go over here real quick. I just posted this one in Discord about an hour ago. We do have a falling wedge on the daily chart right here. Bullish setup, bullish pattern. This whole pullback has been pretty quiet. You can see how ever since the gap up on earnings, we have been very quiet on this pullback, and we've been also building this falling wedge pattern setup as well, which is bullish. Let's go on my other chart real quick and see where we are sitting on the volume profile. So currently we're sitting pretty much at 168 volume profile right now. Yep, right there. We also have demand zone right at 171, and we are still holding that currently. I do believe that sometime very soon. I'm not gonna try to be hero and try to catch it, but we're gonna wait for that first. And once that happens, with some decent amount of volume, we will definitely see a continuation higher towards 180 and 183.50, which is currently a resistance, a multi-week resistance right here. And the weekly candles have been struggling to close above it. So we definitely need a strong close above 183 in order to push higher. But we're not going to do that without the market pushing up higher as well. So close above 171 or close above whenever we have a strong pop on this setup. And if not, just avoid it. Wait until we either break lower, lose that 171, and then we can start heading towards 160, 173, which will be in the process of filling the gap. And if you do also end up losing that 163.70, we will also be filling the gap all the way down to 153, which will be filling the gap on the daily chart. This could potentially be a very good pullback play if the market does continue lower, but I would wait until we lose 171. That's it. That's pretty much my plan for this week right now. I'm prepared. I'm ready to make some moves, follow some levels. I got my watch list right here on my Discord. I also do alerts on it every single day, 5 days a week. I also give out education. I also give out updates on my trades. Some advice on your trading. Any questions? All questions are answered in my group. If you want to join my Discord, sign up on my website. I'll put the link down in the description. If you have any questions on anything, please ask, or please comment below, or PM me, whatever you want to do. Ask away. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great week. Make some money. I'll see you guys next time.